Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Who is watching us? Who is with us today?
I don't
My
know.
sister is watching us. Ciao, Elisa. I'm pretty sure
Ciao,
she's
Hi.
watching us.
Elisa.
Ciao.
And hello to people that are watching later in the recorded live.
Yes, yes,
Also, be welcome.
yes.
Yeah,
So
Safak,
we have.
your turn.
So shall we say who we are for each recording? I'm Shafak. I'm from Turkey. I live in Bodrum. Today is my day to cooking. So we're gonna do chickpeas with a meat and a Turkish pilav rice. And Elena.
Hi, hello. I'm working with the chickpeas, and it's Elena from Italy. And I'm enjoying that beautiful ladies since April with this Saturday Food Fever. And I'm so excited to cook with Shafak today this buonissima ricetta turca with chickpeas, meat, and so ready to do it.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Livia. I'm from Brazil. And yeah, I already have my chickpeas here. And I'm ready to cook in my tiny little kitchen. I'm making the chicken brodo for the pilav, right?
Yes.
And that's it. Let's start. So, what do we need for the? What do we start doing? Do we make the rice first? Do
Okay.
we make the meat
No,
first?
no. Rice is the last, guys. We need to start because this is all takes time, and we need to tell that everybody we are either using can already cooked chickpeas, or if you are using dry chickpeas, you need to soak it overnight and boil it. So I did it that way, so it's already ready. So in generally in Turkish food, you use onion and meat together a lot, but there is always conflict between some people like to cook the onion first, then add the meat. Some people totally other way. They cook the meat first, then add the onion. I personally prefer cook the onion first because I don't like to cook the meat first and add the onion. Onion leaves a funny smell for me. So we are doing it my way. We're gonna cook the onion first, caramelize it, then add the meat in it. To seal the meat, then we will gonna put hot water in it, so it's gonna boil. Meat cook more because we already cooked the chickpeas. We don't want to add it all together, otherwise chickpeas go mushy. So we
But
now
you could cook the chickpeas, the raw chickpeas, maybe soaked. You could cook it with the meat.
you can't risk it. It's always good to do it this way because some chickpeas takes longer, some chickpeas take less, and we have different chickpeas. So it's always we I mean in Turkey we always do it that way. We definitely cook the chickpeas first, not overcook it. Then we'll cook it together with the meat. So let's
Do
start
you take
with
the
chopping the
skin?
onion first.
Do you take the skin out of the chickpeas?
Uh, if there is, you do. If
I
there is,
do.
you do. But my chickpeas today I cooked is beautiful. It's actually Mexican chickpeas and it doesn't have any skin on it. It's quite nice one. But yes,
Mm.
if there is a skin on it, it's nice to take it out.
Ciao, Simone. Simone just left.
Yes, ciao Simone. So
Hi,
the question.
Simone.
Now the house is for the girls.
Exactly, it's what we need for the Saturday Food Fever. But I was also thinking, if anybody is listening, any man listening and interesting to be the next guest of Saturday Food Fever, please write to us. If you are a man and you want to cook with us, send messages. We are open to everybody.
Yes. We would
So,
like to
how do you cut the onion?
pardon. You chop the onion and you heat up your
In
pan.
squares or strips?
You chop them like this. If you can show my chopping board, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Thank
squares.
you, Livia. Thank you.
Thank you. So yeah, you chop them as small as possible because you don't really like to see it in the thing. But we're gonna cook it really a lot. You don't see this onion in it. It's gonna be in the.
I'm using red onion because I just have cipolle di tropea. Are you using white onion?
Normally, cooking onion is better because you don't really wanna see it in it. But no problem. If you have red one, you can use it. But normally, white onion is better. So now
Okay.
I am now cooking the onions. Stir them and really, we need to cook the onion without burning, as if they are clear. I wish you could hear the smell. It, it's it's
Are you
so.
girls crying?
No.
It's
Am I
normally
doing that?
what's happening while cutting onions. I mean, do you
I
have
cut.
you have some secret to share on magic secret how not to cry while cutting a onion?
Yes. I have two secrets.
Okay, please share with us.
One secret is to turn the water a little bit, very little, because what makes you cry is that there's some acid thing that is in the onions, and when you chop them, they go to where it's more humid. That's why they go to our eyes. So if you turn it a little bit, like a little bit water dripping, it goes to the water instead of going to your eyes. So it's really helpful. And I usually collect the water under it and use it to water the plants or to wash something.
That's great. Thank you.
And the other tip for onions is to have a cold heart.
Well, to have a cold heart. That is good. Guys, while you're putting the onion, it might be good idea put in the kettle hot water.
What?
Put the hot water to make a hot water. We will need a hot water. Put the
Okay.
kettle on.
How much?
We will use it because we have to edit without looking into it. So, like I would say, like a 1 liter now, but we don't have to put 1 liter on right away. Slowly we will edit.
Okay.
This should be how can I say? It should be really juicy enough, but not too juicy like a soup.
Okay.
Now can I start making the onions in the pan?
Yes, I'm actually at the moment. I'm showing you with my drone my pan. I'm cooking the onion. So
Uh-huh.
you need to cook the onion. It really until clear, but without burning. Because if you burn the onion, it will really give a very bitter taste to the dish. So slowly, just cook the onion until it's really clear. By the time onions are ready, I'm gonna wash my.
So did you add some salt to the onion and olive oil or not at all?
I just put the olive oil or vegetables oil to cook the onion, but there is butter for me later on. I'm gonna put the butter when I do the sauce. In Turkey, normally people after the meat they add up the tomato and pepper paste as well. But my ex-mother-in-law, she taught me this. She actually do it separately, tomato paste like a sauce, then add it in it and cook it. So it is. I always cook it that way because I like to see the dish red. If you cook the tomato paste too much, boiling with it, it loses the color because of the chickpeas or even beans the same. So we add it separately so it looks really red and nice.
Okay, that's great.
Should I chop the tomatoes and the peppers as well?
Ooh. And Shafak, is that
Yes.
one dish that you like to cook at home? So you used to cook it? Is that
Pardon?
one dish?
I really like this cooking, but Andrew loves it more. My mom used to cook this a lot. I'm not, if I don't eat it, I don't miss it that much. But Andrew loves this dish. Beans and this is Andrew's favorite.
Oh, that's good. So this is a dish that remind you a lot of memory about your mom and everything. So this is great.
It is. Yeah, it is. My mom did it a lot, and my ex-mother-in-law did it a lot as well. Bless her. She was a very good cook as well. So,
Onion
is
is cooked.
everybody put the onions on yet?
Yes, my onion is
Yeah.
cooking.
Okay.
I think my
Just
onion is cooked. It should be just transparent, right? What
is
should
it
I do after
transparent?
that?
Okay, if it is transparent because of my cooking pan is iron cast, it burns very fast. So I turn it down. If it is really transparent, can you put your meat in it to seal the meat first, Livia? I'm
Okay.
gonna seal it later because we need to seal the meat. Then we're gonna add up water and leave it to the cook. Are you gonna use the pressure cooking, Livia, to cook
Yes,
the?
yes, because my I have to have the lunch ready for my mother. So
Okay.
um,
So you're gonna eat this with your mother?
yeah, my mother is actually not going to eat the this chickpea dish, just the rice, because she doesn't eat meat from mammals. So she eats chicken and fish, but doesn't eat pork or meat or beef or lamb. Um, but the rest of my family is gonna be there. My sister, my father,
Yeah,
so and me. So we are four of us eating this dish.
that's good.
And Shafak, are you using beef or lamb
I,
today?
I I I am using this time because I'm using bony meat and the beef. It's big bone, as you know. I'm using lamb because it's like a big chunky. I can show my lamb. This is the
Maybe
meat,
in the
like
other camera. Show in the other
chunky
camera.
like this. The chunks are like that, so it's edible. It's not a big chunk, and it's also cooks. So when I buy, I ask the butcher to chop it.
You know, lamb meat in Italy, not easy to find easily lamb meat. I mean, we are people that eat lamb only for Easter, and it's
Really?
not. Yes, it's a traditional plate for Easter lamb, but normally in North Italy and in my province, Bergamo, lamb it's not so you so used
Okay.
in our recipe. But
Well, you
I really love the lamb meat. I mean, it's so much more tasteful, and I used to buy sometimes the lamb meat from the butchery, from the
yeah,
Muslim one, and it's great. I mean, I did some Moroccan dishes with lamb meat, like tagine with
yes,
apricot and everything, and it was great. So we should cook more lamb meat instead of beef or pork. Thank you. This is a great idea to use lamb meat instead of beef or
yes,
pork.
yes.
And
What are you
in
using
Brazil,
now?
it's
Elena,
easy to find.
did you have a lamb or are you using beef today?
No, unfortunately today I'm using beef because I cannot went to the butchery.
That's okay.
But I had this beautiful meat that I'm cooking.
Yes,
I show you in 1 second. It's a beautiful meat that we buy from the farmer in Media Valseriana. That is the same valley I told you a few days ago in the stories on Instagram. It's a valley
yes.
close to Bergamo city, and this man is called Alberti, and he has 40 cows that he used to sell the meat when it's the time of the year. And we used to buy 5 kilograms of meat that we put on the freezer. And I have this beautiful Cappello del Prete that it's the
Wow.
piece of meat. So now I show you, I change the camera and I show you how does it look.
Perfect. So, it will cook fast enough, hopefully. So I am adding now. My onions are cooked as well. I am actually adding my meat. So it will. I will just gonna seal it. Divya, I will. Okay.
Yes. I'm using I'm using just, there's this piece of meat called capa de filé that is just over the filet mignon. So it's a bit harder and tastier and more, it has more fat as the filet mignon, but it's also very soft.
So okay, if it is cooked easily. Now I'm showing my pan at the moment. Elena, I seal the meat up like this. It is gone brown. Then we're gonna
No,
add up
it's
water. Yeah.
Mm. Wow, Elena.
so this is my piece of meat. This is Cappello del Prete, and I am
That's quite big.
You should cut it,
So
no?
you're not gonna. It might be
ah
easier if you chopped it little cubes.
So shall I take it out and
That's
cut it
quite
in pieces?
would be better and it cook easier. Just check it, take it out and cut it piece. And that chickpeas is quite less. Do you have more chickpeas?
Yes, I can use the black ones with. What do you think?
That is quite less. How many grams is that? We need like half a kilo minimum.
No, I have 250 and 250, so I can make 500. It's okay. It's okay. I can do it.
So
Yes.
you're going to
You can
blend
use mixed. Yeah, it's quite small because the chickpeas in what I showed you it wasn't a small tin. They were the 1 kilo tin.
Okay, and take it off and cut it in pieces.
Yes, please. It is better because it cooks easier.
Oh. This is something that the real chef don't do it. So normally you don't have to cook your meat for 3 minutes and take it off and cut it. But when you did a mistake, the only important thing is go on, try to solve the problem and cook it again.
Yes, I'm
Exactly.
cutting more my meat as well because the pieces were too big, I think.
Yeah, I mean, because this dish is gonna be juicy dish, and you can't eat too much meat in it. So, and also it won't cook fast. So in the dish we have to put it small bits, like I showed in my pan.
Small pieces are going to the pot.
Yeah. You can make maybe 8, 9 pieces with that if you just cut it. Yeah.
Yes, I'm cutting in right now. I
But,
think I did 8 pieces. I mean, not so big, not so small.
okay, yeah, but don't cut it flat. Cut it like a cube,
Yeah.
like a cube. Yeah.
Et voilà.
Voila.
Et voilà, voilà, voilà. Les jeux sont faits. La cuisine française. Non, 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 c'est la cuisine de la Turquie.
How do you say in Turkish? Voila. There you go.
So
How are we?
guys, mine is almost done, guys. So I will add hot water in it, and I'm gonna leave it to cook.
So are you adding hot water to the meat, Safak, right now?
Yes, if you see mine now is yes, I'm gonna add just a little bit hot water on it. I will show, so it will cook slowly. By the time we're gonna do other things.
Did you put um, some kind of salt or
I don't
the
put the
garlic?
salt now. If I put the salt now, it makes the meat go hard.
Okay.
So after the meat cook, then we're gonna add the salt before we
Okay.
adding the thing. So this much water in it, guys. If you are looking my camera, my drone, not much water, just enough water to actually cook the meat. So now I'm gonna turn it to the high. So it boil because we don't have much time. Normally you can cook this like a slow cooker. It's way better if you do it like a slow cooker. It tastes much better. But because we now have the time, we don't have that much time. So the color of the it's like this at the moment. And I forgot to add the garlic, guys. We need to add the garlic in. But if you haven't put the water yet, add the garlic now. So
Okay.
garlic will fry. I'm gonna add my garlic to my pan when I'm doing the paste.
Okay.
So, Shafak,
Yes.
look at it after the makeup process with my meat. Does it look okay now?
Let me see. Yes, that size perfect. That's
Okay, that's
really
great.
good. So
That's
did you
great.
add water yet, or is that the oil?
No, no, no.
Or
This is a water. Water.
you add the water before you
I
seal it.
added the water, and I was thinking to add also some of the broth I did this afternoon.
Okay, you can add that as well. But did you seal the meat before adding the water?
Yes, it was like
Seal.
sealed. Yes, when you
Okay,
put
yes.
only the meat with a little bit of oil to seal it.
Okay. Now
Yes.
you need to add a little bit more water in it, Elena, and cover it up. It needs to cook until you feel like the meat is soft enough.
Okay, so how many water?
Little bit more. Is it hot water you're adding? Are you adding hot water or cold water?
This is hot water.
Okay. Okay.
Is
That's water is
water that
enough.
I have on the
Okay.
pot.
All right. Okay. You turn it up a little bit now so it cooks and cover the lid on. Yes.
I'm gonna make it in the pressure pan, so I'm gonna cover it now.
Okay. That's good. Yes. Pressure pan easier because it's faster.
Okay, that's
That's
good.
it. Yeah, that's perfect. Just have it bubble around and have the meat cook. By the time, is that the only chickpeas you have? I mean, are you gonna mix the black and yellow one?
I have this only option. I mean, I can use less chickpeas if I want to have only the yellow chickpeas, the original one. And
Yeah.
if I want to have some more chickpeas, I can only use the black chickpeas, ceci neri della Murgia.
I think it should be really awesome if you mix
It
the
will be
both
it
of
will
them.
be interesting. I would because it will be otherwise it won't be chickpeas dish. It will be a meaty dish. It's not enough. I suggest you use them both. Yes, use them both. Mix
Okay?
them. It makes the color. Just mix them. I never seen the black chickpeas. It's
I will
nice.
show you in 1 second how does they look. I used to wash always the chickpeas, the canned chickpeas.
Always.
I mean, before use them, I used to wash the chickpeas.
Always, yes. Always. Now, when we start to go rice, girls, we need to wash the rice as well.
Okay.
I am at the moment because I'm gonna do March. I am cutting normally in Turkey. Not many people uses sun-dry tomatoes. You can actually chopped tomatoes instead of paste. You can do that as well, but it just doesn't give the nice color. So I use sun-dry tomatoes, a few sun-dry tomatoes.
Yes.
And I also like to put, you know, red pepper like this. So this is my way. It's actually not many people doing it that way, but I like to see color in the dish.
Okay.
Normally, it's just you can just do it chickpeas, meat, onion, garlic, and tomato paste. That's enough. That's the basic one. Everybody does it that way.
So I'm gonna wash the rice. Did I wash the
Yes.
rice already, or are we still making the paste? What's
Yeah, just wash the rice now because we don't want to cook very fast. So we're gonna cook it the way that they are both almost finished same time.
okay?
We can prepare it and made it ready because It's not it's not nice. Heat the rice up later on. We're gonna. That's the way I arranged it. I don't know the rice you have. I am hoping that we'll be able to make Turkish pilav with that.
What kind of rice do you use? You said baldo rice. What kind of rice is that?
Baldo rice is like this size. Let me show it in a darker plate so you can see it.
Oh,
Just a
in a
second.
brighter place.
Yeah, I'm just gonna show it in the camera.
Ah, to the drone. Wait.
Yeah, to the drone is there. This is actually in Turkey baldo rice. It's like a little bit big rice. So when it is cooked, it's actually become like a you know. I don't know how much you use the rice in Asia. They cook it. It's like they steam it. In Turkey, we don't steam it. So that's very important in Turkey, by the way, guys. If you don't know how to make a rice, you are not a good housewife. You need to know how to cook a good rice.
And
I'm
how
not
is
a good
it rice?
housewife, but I do make a good rice. People likes my rice, but I'm not
And
a good housewife.
what is a good rice? What does this mean?
Good rice means that you cook it that it's not overcooked, it's not mushy, and it's not uncooked either. So it's gonna be like when you touch it, it's gonna be spread. They don't touch each other. They don't stick each other. Uh, Elena, you know the Turkish rice. You know
Yes,
the
I think
pilav that.
it's yes the
Yeah.
quality, but it's how you cook it. I mean, when you
It,
sent the
it,
first time at the recipe, you were
yeah.
speaking about baldo rice, right?
Baldo rice. Yeah.
It's the same. I mean, if you are in a place where a rice is cultivated and you had the chance to try different type of rice, you can exactly understand what Shafak is
Yeah.
saying. I mean, baldo rice, it's a typical rice that we use to make risotto because it's a rice that never get overcooked. So not easy to overcook that rice, and
Yeah.
it's a I like so much the baldo quality. Even if today I'm using carnaroli, that is another type of rice, typically Italian from a place in Piemonte. It's great. So I will use carnaroli because carnaroli has that type of rice. And how do you say chicco? So the little piece of rice.
Yeah.
So
I don't know that. I don't know that. I
me
don't know
too.
that type of rice, but I can cook this with the jasmine rice. It's not
Ah,
as good
okay.
as like that, but yes, I can cook exactly this if I have a jasmine, if I have a basmati. But always, that's why if you use different rice, the measurements is very different. So when you cooking it, you always add little water that you know that that water will gonna be slowly cooked, and the rice is something should cook very slowly, not high heat.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's see,
So
girls. Are you a good housewife after this pilav cooking?
in Brazil now there is a big crisis. The price of the food is really high because the government sucks in Brazil, and they are the previous governments, when it was the time of the rice harvest, they would buy some part of the harvest to then sell in the low season with the same price as in the high season. So the price of the rice doesn't lower too much when it's the season, and it gets too high when it's not the season. So, but the government now doesn't do that, and because a lot of people are because the dollar is so high, all the rice that we are producing get exported, and there is no rice in Brazil.
Really?
Yeah, so now in some places the package with 5 kilos of rice is now $10, and that's a lot for us. You know,
Five,
it's
five kilo is $10.
$10.
Too
It's
much.
a lot. So now I'm not buying rice at the moment. Still, the no land movement is selling the rice by the fair price. So my mother is now buying with the kilo for $2. Yeah, no, the I don't know. She's buying cheaper rice, and
Yeah.
but I already had some kinds of rice at home. So because you said, Elena, that I could use carnaroli, I have carnaroli rice here. So I
Yeah.
could mix it with white rice that I already had at home, and I'm
Okay.
gonna make a
You're
blend.
gonna mix it, but as I said, mixing rice is not a good idea because they have different time cooking. So one can be overcooked, the other could be less cooked. So it's not.
I
You,
them, so it's gonna be like this.
anyway,
But because
hopefully,
Separate.
let's pray that
Saturday,
they cook same
Saturday,
time.
Food Fever is made for experiment. Is
Yeah.
made for doing and growing the next ladies of the future who will cook a great rice, even if not well cooked, but will be the best housewife of the world. So let's do this rice in that way and let's see.
Okay, guys. Now I chopped. I mean, Elena, you're not gonna use it. I chopped my you know onion.
The
I mean
pepper.
sun-dry tomatoes and pepper. I chopped them. They are here because this will gonna sun-dry tomatoes. You can put it now because it takes time to cooking, but the rest will gonna go later. So
Okay.
I'm adding mine. Just don't worry about you, Livia. You can edit later. It's not a problem if because you are in pressure cooking, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't have sun-dried tomatoes. I only have fresh tomatoes, and I have tomato paste. And
Okay. Did you say that you
for maybe 5 minutes. Can I turn it off? The meat.
It's up to you. It's up to you. If the meat is cooked in your mind, you can turn it off. But I was gonna say, did you have a, for example, overripe tomato at home that is overripe? You
It's
can chop that
very
and use.
light.
Huh?
It's
Yeah,
very
you can.
light.
Yeah, that's good. If they are ripe, you can chop and use them. It's no problem. That it's just nice to see it in the dish, instead of blandish. So
Okay.
now, ladies, we need to have a little saucepan, small saucepan that we're gonna do the paste.
Okay.
I'm gonna use this saucepan, this size.
Okay. Oh, sole mio. La, 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 la,
Shall we
la,
sing a song related? And Shafaka, what's the Turkish name of this dish?
Ah, This dish is etli nohut. Etli nohut pirinç pilavı. Arpa şehriyeli pirinç pilavı. It's quite long. Etli nohut means meat is et. Etli means with meat. Nohut is chickpeas. Nohut.
Actually mean?
Huh?
Actually mean?
Meat is et. A-T.
Okay.
Et.
Very difficult to sing a song with that name. I want to sing a song with that name, but it's impossible in my mind.
Just say nohut. Nohut is chickpeas. That's okay.
No wood?
Nohut, yes.
Do you have no wood in your house? So take it no wood and cook this beautiful dish with us.
No hood, no hood. I
Well,
am cooking no hood, no hood, no hood.
that's good. So, guys, I'm making this sauce right now, and I'm making it. I forgot to add the garlic in it, so I put the garlic and the butter. So I can't give you exact measurements. So you need to know how much you need, guys, because yours is very less than mine. I'm making like big. So the amount of butter gives a nice taste. I show you my one.
I'm afraid with you with butter. I can remember the last
one.
time you take it.
So
Livia,
this is my butter
are you
and
ready
garlic.
for a little bit of butter?
A little bit of butter.
Yes, but my dish is quite big, guys. I'm making it quite big because Andrew loves this dish.
So just to resume, you what did you put? You put butter into the pan?
But I put the butter in the pan and also garlic because I forgot to put the garlic with onion. I forgot cooking it with onion, so I put it in the sauce because garlic you need to take the flavor out. You need to cook it with oil. So I'm at the moment cooking that, and I'm gonna add the because I use mix pepper and tomato paste. It's not a problem. Use the tomato paste. Now you add 2 spoons tomato paste in this. Okay.
And a little bit of butter, 2 spoons of tomato paste.
Yes, little bit of butter. But Turkish way of little bit of butter. I would say like 100-gram butter.
100 grams. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have maybe 75 grams. I'm going to get a little bit more.
So, tomato paste or pepper paste, if you don't cook it the way I'm cooking, when you use it in the dish, it gives a little bit raw flavor. So, we actually, I don't know the English name, but we do this. I don't know the English name, what you cook, but we cook it in the onion, with the oil. So it doesn't, the flavor is really nice. Otherwise, if you put this directly to the dish, it doesn't taste same.
Okay.
What is it? What are you adding?
No, tomato paste, like this. I'll show you. Sorry, my camera, I'm trying to use. Yes, it's like now I am slowly cooking in oil the tomato paste. After it is cooked in the oil, how do you call it? It's not roasting. It's like roasting the what we did to the onion. Yeah, you need to do it this, so it smells yummy now. So I
Lightly frying it.
yeah, I suggest you also guys add the hot water again, boil it because we'll be needing hot water for rice and for this dish as well.
Okay.
Should I add some kind of herbs?
Pardon?
Should I add some kind of herbs?
No, no, you don't eat. Apart from chili pepper, you don't put any herbs. Otherwise, it takes the flavor. This is just enough. You don't need to put any herbs at all.
Okay.
Because all this flavor, it is quite tasty anyway. The meat, the tomato paste, garlic, onion, the chickpeas itself. Then we're putting the peppers.
How much garlic did you put?
Uh, I love garlic, guys. So I put 3 cloves for my dish, but mine is big enough. So one is enough maybe for you.
I just put 1 clove of garlic.
Yeah, 1 clove would be okay because your dish is not as big as mine.
Yeah, I put 1 clove as well.
That's great. The perfume and of the meat, it's great right now, girls.
Sorry, guys. Is anybody doing the tomato paste right I am doing? Be
Yes, I'm
Yes,
careful.
doing it.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
don't burn it. Don't burn it. Be careful. You don't want to have it burned. We just have it cooked. But you can smell the flavor when you cook it this way.
Yes, I'm doing the tomato paste with butter and garlic like you are doing.
Perfect. So you smell it when it is cooked enough, guys. Don't burn it. Definitely don't burn it. It go really bitter, and you wouldn't want to have that taste in your dish. And now I'm adding hot water on it. We
Okay,
will
hot
we
water.
will gonna combine this and the chickpeas everything together very soon. So
But because maybe I missed something. Are you cooking also the chickpeas?
chickpeas they are already cooked, aren't they?
should
Yes,
I
yes.
put
I
the
mean, you
tomatoes?
didn't do anything with the chickpeas. My one
Yes, yes,
were canned, so already cooked, but you
yeah.
are not doing anything with the chickpeas right now. You just add them later.
No, no, we are adding them now. If your meat, check your meat. If it is cooked, we are adding the chickpeas and the tomato paste now together.
And
I
I'm not
think
going,
that
the tomatoes are
my
not,
meat need a little bit of water and
Okay,
some time more to cook.
okay. But don't add cold water. Add always warm water
Yes,
because,
it's always hot water that I take from the big pan where I did
okay,
the broth. I have also one big pan with hot water.
okay, yeah. Because cold water doesn't go with it. Okay. Now, if your meat needs more cooking, so is your chickpeas edible enough right now, or is it half boiled, Elena?
Sorry, Shafak?
Can you just eat one of your chickpeas? Is it edible or is it need a cooking?
No, no, no. Is it terrible?
Is it edible? Okay. So wait a little bit more because otherwise, if you cook it over with the meat, meat should be really tender. Then we will gonna add the chickpeas.
But if your meat is ready, I can see what's going on with your and waiting that my dish is ready. So feel
yeah.
free to go on the recipe, huh?
Yes, yeah. I'm gonna check my Now the meat is it. Yeah, mine also need a little bit because I didn't use a pressure cooking. I think Livia did the best thing using a pressure cooking.
Yeah, my meat is still in the my pressure pan still like releasing the pressure, so I'm waiting a
Yeah,
little bit. Can I
yeah,
chop
mine.
the tomatoes and
Yeah.
the pepper?
Yes, I chopped them already. Mine is cooking now, but as I said, it definitely needs a few more minutes.
So I'm chopping the tomatoes and chopping the red pepper. And
Yeah.
also if I add green pepper, I'm chopping the orange pepper that I have. My rice is here already washed, waiting.
Yeah, don't soak the rice.
No, it's
We will is it soaked already?
no, 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 no.
No, okay. We just gonna wash it. Don't soak it. Otherwise, it will. Because I don't know the type of the rice. We can't control it if you soak it. Normally, there are a lot of different ways to cook the rice. This is I cook it like a fried rice, but
In Brazil, we do it like that, I think. I think it looks a lot like the Brazilian kind.
is it
I think so.
this one? Okay, yeah, this is baldo.
No, 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 not the baldo rice, but the way to cook it. Like we also like the rice that is very loose, cooked but not overcooked, and each grain is separate from the other.
Yes, that should be like that. Yes. Which, how do you cook the rice in Brazil, Livia?
In Brazil, usually we use a lot. We put garlic pieces with cooking oil, and we release the flavor of the garlic, and then we fry the rice with the oil, the raw rice. We make it around the oil, so it's a bit all coated in oil, and then we add water, just enough so the water evaporates and cooks the rice perfectly.
It is like us. Yes,
Yeah,
it is exactly the way we are cooking. Yeah, it's good.
yeah.
Yeah. Instead of rice, we're gonna cook that. I forgot the name of it. What was that pasta I said to you?
Risoni.
Vermiceli,
Risoni.
risotto. I only have the angel hair.
Yeah.
Wow! Capelli d'Angelo! You have
Yeah.
Capelli d'Angelo. This is the best pasta for children.
Really?
For what?
Are you gonna use that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to cut it obviously a little bit.
Yes.
We're
Uh,
gonna fry
you
it.
had
Yeah.
just 2 spoons, so maybe I use just this amount.
I
Yes,
think
that
so,
will be
Livia.
enough. That will be
One
enough.
less.
Ah, interesting. I either use risoni or the other one. We have this one. I don't know if you can see it. Small pieces of what we have in your hand, but I don't know the English one name or Italian
Yeah,
name.
mine is like this.
Yes, but they are already being cut. This one's already.
Yes, ma like my one. Capelli d'Angelo già tagliati.
You have okay. That's good. We're all gonna try it. Yeah. Well, don't wet them. Those ones should not be wet. They should be dry because we're gonna fry them so they change the color.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like this.
Yes, perfect. Don't make it too small. That's good size. Yes.
Okay. Is it enough? It's just a little bit.
Uh, because you have very little rice, you may like to add a little bit more. Yeah.
I have a lot of rice, maybe 2 cups.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Put
good.
put a little bit more. Put little bit more. So we see that colors in the rice. It's nice, but don't make it too small. It's nice to see them because we're gonna make it brown. They will be looking brown in the rice.
I'm adding half a nest. I used 1.5 nests.
Okay.
I'm so curious about cooking the rice, girl, because it's not a way we used to cook the rice. So
How do you cook the rice?
interesting. Rice, we have only one way to do the rice. There is only one way for the rice, and it's
Only
risotto.
one way. Which way?
Jesus say the first day that there was only one way to cook risotto, that it's a risotto, of course.
And how is it? How is it?
Risotto is one day we can try to make a special Italian risotto, maybe
I
a
love
risotto allo
risotto.
zafferano.
Yeah, why not? We
So
will make a risotto. Yeah.
you don't boil or you don't put the rice into water, but you just do a base of onion and you put the rice directly on the pan with onion. You just burn it for a few seconds, not burn it, but cook it like with hot power,
Roasted. Yeah,
roast
roasted.
it
Yeah.
for a few minutes, and then you add the white wine and you let it dry for a second, and then start adding broth. And normally for a risotto, you need 15, 13 minutes of cook. And then depends of which kind of risotto you want to cook, you add the ingredients. So the most well-known risotto is, I think, risotto alla milanese, that is the risotto with zafferano, saffron. So we
Saffron.
used to cook
Mm.
the saffron with the rice with saffron and a broth of beef meat.
Oh,
Mm.
why not? We'll do it one day.
Yes, we can do that kind of risotto, or we can do a simply risotto that is a that is a normal white rice that you just cook with a little bit of wine or broth and some Parmigiano Reggiano. It's great. It's easy, simple, but ooh, super amazing if you use the right ingredients.
We have a lot of, we call it pilav, obviously not risotto. Do this pilav I'm making different way. You can do it with tomato. It tastes really good. You can cook it with carrot. You can cook it other vegetables. You can cook it with aubergine, even fish, sometimes shellfish with the mussels in it. You can do lots of dish with the rice in Turkey. Also, it's always like a side dish with Turkish food. It's something that every house have rice, like in Asia, but we cook it different. We can't just steam it. Nobody would like to eat steamed rice. It's so bland.
Yeah, in Brazil also the rice is something very basic in the food. Every day a regular Brazilian eats rice and beans.
Yes.
Usually
Yeah.
there's rice, beans, and then some salad and some meat or something to that is the main course. And the
Yeah.
rice and the beans are the side dish, along with always some salad or vegetables cooked. It's usually the Brazilian typical lunch is usually many kinds of dishes in a plate.
Yes. Okay, guys, I just realized that we are already an hour. It's taking
Yes,
little bit longer.
we need to speed up in order to make Andrew eat tonight.
Yes, he's waiting. He smells. So what we need to do now, guys, it is time to add up uh, the. I'm gonna add up all my chickpeas.
To the tomato paste or not? Did you add the
No,
tomato
not
paste?
now, not now. I'm gonna add this first. But as I said, I'm making a big dish. So
So my meat is ready too. So shall I add the chickpeas?
yes, add the chickpeas, please, and let it cook little bit, a few minutes together. So chickpeas gets warmed up. So by the time, turn the heat on, so it actually cooks faster.
Wow.
So I'll show how my looks. This is before is actually adding the sauce. Yeah, it's like
Wow.
yeah, quite big right now. So I'm warming it up a little bit, and then we're gonna put the sauce on it. So it's better to have a chickpeas. Yours is looking very interesting, Elena. Let me show. Let me see. That's good.
Yeah, I think I have too much sauce. I have too much sauce.
You have
Yeah,
too much water. You mean?
too much water.
Okay, don't worry. You can take it out. Take it out of your water because I'm gonna add water now. Don't worry. Take it out first. So when we're adding the, you can just put it in another dish. Don't throw it away. Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna add juice in it. At the moment, we don't have much, but we will add juice. With the tomato paste and hot water, we're gonna add it.
But Livia, why are you thinking to remove the water? Is it really so much?
It's a lot.
It's
Look.
it's better to have the control. You can always add. You can always add because Livia also doesn't have too much chickpeas. It should not be very watery.
Okay.
Look, I have a lot.
Yes, keep it in a side. Keep it in the side. It looks good, nice color. Did you add the tomato paste already, Livia?
No, no, it's
No, I didn't
I
add the
added.
tomato paste. Shall we add the tomato paste?
We can add the tomato paste with the hot water now. I'm gonna show you how am I adding it. Okay, so my camera.
I'm using urucum, which is a Brazilian seed that makes the dish gets really, it gives a really beautiful red color to the dish.
That's great. Wow. Good,
Yeah,
interesting.
Because so you put the tomato paste, okay?
Your tomato paste is so brilliant, is so shining, Shafak.
thank you. So you see that my pan is overloading now. So I add this up in. So this is now gently you can cook this, guys. There is nothing to do with this. Just leave it gently cooking. Don't rush. So all the ingredients actually can get together.
Should I put the tomatoes in and the peppers?
Yes, the tomatoes, you can put them in now. Guys, also you can add the salt up now. Just taste it, how much salt you like.
Wow. Ooh.
So while this is cooking, we're gonna do the rice.
Okay, I'm
And
gonna take a picture
which
because it
pan
looks
are you
so
using for the
beautiful.
rice?
Pardon?
Which pan are you using for the rice in order to cook the rice?
I'm gonna use this sort of pan. If you have this sort of pan, would be good. You know, the height is not very deep. If you don't have this sort of pan, is okay, but this is better. It's
Can you only 1 second? I didn't see. Can you?
Wait, let me change the camera.
Okay. So not a big one, a flat one.
yes,
Okay,
it needs to be flat one. Yes,
okay.
it's actually almost what you cooked. I'm using, unfortunately, because it's really nice. I'm making it in a. I forgot to say what sort of pan this one's. What was the inside of this, guys? This pan, non-stick. I'm using non-stick pan.
Do you think I can use also this one or better not?
You can use that one, Elena. We just use. You need to cook it. Yeah, you can use it. That's good. Yeah, that's good size. So
I'm gonna use this one. Is it a good one?
Uh, uh, it's do you have any others?
I have a bigger one.
No, not big because you have very little. No, that's too big. That's too big. Okay, use that one, but because you know, if when you are making rice, have you used that one before?
Yeah, I love to use this one because it's a thick pan and the
Okay.
heat is very well
Okay,
distributed.
all right. Okay, that use that pan. Now, guys, I forgot taking photos of when I'm cooking this. I hope some of you take the photo of it. Andrew, can you bring me your camera? I forgot taking photos.
I
It's
took
the same
pictures.
for
Yeah.
me when I did the tiramisu. I didn't take pictures. Thanks to Simona, I had the pictures. But normally, when you are cooking, not easy to handle also with the camera.
Thank you. I better take some photographs. I just add the guys. It looks so good.
Yeah,
Hello,
You
I
have a
Andrew.
and the smell is really
Andrew.
good.
Oh, I'm going to be picked tomorrow. That's good news.
He's getting hungry.
Yes, but what you are cooking need the time. So Andrew knows that things that need time are the best one.
Yes. So I add the salt, guys, and now we shouldn't move the lid on. Add everything and keep it in a low heat and let it cook slowly.
Okay.
Very low heat. Always keep the lid on.
Okay.
Elena, I actually forgot because Livia and I was cooking before. I put chili pepper in it, chili pepper sauce as well. So if you like chili, put chili in it. It's really goes well.
I just add a little bit of chili powder when I decided when we add the tomato paste. Just a little bit, not too much, but
Perfect.
just a little bit.
Perfect. Now we're putting another hot water, guys. Put the kettle on for hot water. Now we're doing the rice.
Okay.
And how much water for? I mean, what is the?
Uh, what I do, Elena, for the rice, when I put the rice in the in the pan, when we cook everything, because we're gonna roast the risoni and we're gonna roast the rice little bit a few minutes, then we're gonna add the hot water. And hot water normally, like this finger up, then the
Okay,
rice.
okay,
One
okay.
finger.
That's the measurements, but we always check it. And if you need to add water, because if you put too much water, it's difficult. But if you add little bit, you can control it.
Great.
So now, guys, what we are doing, because we use butter for the rice as well, but butter, we don't want to roast the butter. We're gonna add the butter, and we need a little bit sunflower oil or olive oil to roast risoni.
Okay.
Perfect. In the high heat, we are roasting it.
Wow.
Are you okay, Livia?
Yes.
Everything okay?
I'm heating up the olive oil. I'm
Yes.
heating up the olive oil and
Yes, good.
put
Good.
the water to boil.
Water is
That's
boiling,
it, right?
yes. My pan is at the moment like this. I heat it already.
You
I
put the
put,
rice.
yeah, I put this, but I actually, without
No, you put the noodles, right? You put the pasta.
uh, just a second. I actually put a little bit more than I need. I need to take this risoni a little bit out.
Did you put the risoni in?
Yeah,
Yes.
risoni first.
Start with
Risoni
the
first, no
risoni.
rice. No rice, just the risoni first, guys.
Okay.
And now we're gonna have the risoni roasted. In the high heat. And meanwhile, we can watch while this is roasting. It can go really quickly dark. So watch it.
Yes.
I'm gonna use all of it now because
Yes, use it. They felt into the pan. It means that it was his destiny to do it.
yeah, it went in it. It wants to be there. So we just wash the rice, guys. Now
It's becoming crunchy.
what can becoming crunchy? You already boiling it. Okay, well done. Yeah, crunchy, but it needs to change the color.
Yes,
No,
they are becoming brown.
perfect. Slowly make it really brown.
My ones are
You can
ready.
make
Now
my
it's
pen,
so good.
Livia. You can make my pen in a bigger screen if you like.
What?
Yeah, I'm showing my pen and how
Ah,
it should be.
sorry.
Yeah. Yes. This goes brown very fast, guys. So always watch it and turn it over without
Yes,
burning.
I have to remove from the fire because they are becoming really dark.
Can I see it?
Can I mix the rice?
Okay, that's good. They are okay. Now add the rice on it. Add the rice. If you wash the rice, just add the rice on it.
Should I put more butter?
No, not butter now. After the rice cooked, because we don't want to burn the butter
Okay.
because we are
Okay.
roasting. We don't want butter burn. Mine is now getting a little bit darker, but not brown the way I like it yet.
This is the sound from the kitchen.
Yes. It's It's a working kitchen.
Exactly. That's the sound we want to hear every Saturday.
Yeah.
So pump up the volume, Shafak.
Pardon?
Pump up the volume and start cooking as you can.
Mine is getting really nice color. Are you roasting the rice, Elena?
Yes, my one is roasting. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, good. Roast the rice, and then we're gonna add up the hot water. Now, I suggest you can, if you wanna use, you can either use stock, if you have or the broth you use.
Yes?
You made a broth, you can use that broth for the rice if you want, but just stock like, yes. So just
That's a great idea.
perfect. I forgot taking.
Yes, I did it.
Well done. Okay. Now you can add the water, as I said, little bit. If yours is cooked, not little bit, but covers at least one finger. Like 2 centimeters above of the rice.
Okay.
That's a normal measurement.
Should I turn down the heat?
Yes. After boiled, you boil it. You boil the rice. 1 minute. Then turn the heat down and let it cook very slowly
For how long?
until it cooks. You would know, but don't open the lid because you don't want to lose the heat. So add up your salt with the water. You can add your salt. If you don't have any salt in your broth, you can add the salt now with the water, because rice is not good if you add the salt later. Oh, that looks nice. Little bit more maybe, and turn the heat down after it boils. And you need a lid, definitely a lid.
Okay, so turn the heat down, but turn the heat down means that I don't have to turn it off, but turn it down only at the minimum, right?
Yes, but you have to put a lid on it. Do you have a lid? Yes, that's too much. Yes, that is okay now, but you have to put lid. You can't cook it without lid.
Like that.
Yes, definitely. It's like cook it with the steam and everything. You can't cook it open, otherwise it won't taste same.
Okay.
Mine is like this.
Like I was gonna show you mine now quickly. I will take a photo because this is the way we cook the rice here.
Let me see, Lydia. Yours one, sorry, I was looking at yours.
Yes, I didn't see yours. Okay, that's perfect. And now, after the heat really comes, we should not move it, guys. This is my one. I'm gonna show you how much water I'm adding. Because it's like you make baking a cake. If you open the oven, you lose the heat. With the rice, it's same. So it's easy to use a glass lid, which I use a glass lid, so I know how it is.
Okay, so good, I change.
Glass lid is better because you can see if there is no water in it, or
Yeah, I
if it is.
changed for a glass one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm changing as well.
Because it starts bubble with the glass now. When the bubble starts, I'm gonna turn it down. That's it, guys. It
That's
takes a little bit
super nice,
longer.
Safak.
Huh?
So keep on watching on the rice. It's the rule, right? So every 5 minutes, have a look at the rice and understand if it's well cooked. Or do you have a sign that make you understand that the rice is good?
No, you can look at it with the lid, like I'm showing now. You can look at it, and if you think that it is raw, you can open when there is no water in it. What you do, there is no water. You can open the lid and look at it, taste it. If it is not cooked, add little bit of each time, just a tiny little bit of water, hot water, and put the
Okay.
yeah, because we don't want to have it overcooked. And now we need to add the sorry, I forgot saying the butter. We need to add the butter now.
Okay.
So we add the butter to the rice.
Yes, we add the butter to the rice.
How
Little
much
bit
butter?
like if like 50 gram is enough for you, like spoonful, but not full.
Okay. Wow, the taste, the smell is so good. So good.
It is, yes. I hope your family will enjoy this, Livia, and I hope Elena, Simona enjoys this.
This will be
Wow.
our dinner, so I really think we will like it so much. And you know that Lydia family are big supporters of your recipe, so I think that it's a big success, this
Mm.
recipe.
Hopefully, yeah.
Even the raw rice is good.
It tastes good, isn't it? Yeah, good.
Yeah.
But don't keep it open. Keep the things on because that is very important. You won't be a good housewife, Livia. In Turkey, they wouldn't marry with you. Old times. For example, it's like an arranged marriage. The mother-in-law, mother of the guy, always check the woman if she makes a good rice.
Luckily, these times are gone. Maybe. Don't know because I cannot find a man. I mean, with rice on that way is my first time, so I cannot miss a chance. I'm quite old already. Luckily, I have already a man.
Yeah, you are lucky you have a man that doesn't care about this.
That's why I choose it. The important thing is only choose what you really want.
I mean, my man is very good, but when comes to the food, you can't disappoint him. He can forgive everything, but he cannot forgive if the food is bad.
So, ladies, what shall we say to our audience about this dish? Shall we say that we just want to have some pictures of the dishes you are going to cook later on? Please post it. Send us pictures of the
Yes,
dishes
use
you
the
did.
hashtag Saturday Food Fever and we'll check the photos you post.
Yeah.
Use the hashtag.
Livia,
Yeah.
would you like to put main my dish because I'm gonna show so we can say goodbye to others because it's now we just have to wait cooking. I'm gonna show the my
Yes.
dish. So if you
Wait.
can make it bigger screen, yeah, it's cooking at the moment.
Mmm.
It smells so yummy, and this is the rice is cooking. So we just need to wait so we can say goodbye to our watchers.
Bye.
See you
Bye,
next
guys.
Saturday. And always remind to cook and share the food and share the love.
Bye.
Bye.